So the next topic is tough days. Well, I had my fair share of tough days, as everyone does. But what I used to do to deal with those tough days, to hide from the emotions and to ignore the feelings that I was feeling or avoid reality, is use substances, right? And I mean, I know that substance use in general is about as useless as they come during school years, right? You get this random guy showing up and talking about don't do this, don't do that. Really, that doesn't vibe with anyone, does it? So if there's anyone who's gonna tell you not to do that stuff, it's an actual addict. I can say with certainty that substance really did ruin my life, and it ruined a lot of other people's lives as well. I mean, that is about as honest as you'll get. None of us want to listen to these random ass dudes standing up stage and talking about how bad it is and blah blah blah. No, I think hearing from the actual people who went through that stuff, who used without caring about the warnings and, who had a good time at the start, that's what makes a difference, right? Tough days. Tough days. Nobody wants to deal with tough days. Especially those days when you feel like you don't have any control at all. As if you're going crazy, as if you just need some form of escape. And here's the thing, right? Addiction comes in many forms. It's not just substances. It can be gaming, it can be shopping, it can be sugar, it can be sleeping, it can be anything. Anything that's used to get out of reality, to take a step out of that reality and go into a world where you're feeling a bit more safe, right? Well, if only we could escape the reality and stay somewhere where we were happy forever, right? Because that's what we all want. We want to be happy, we want to be content in life, but that's unfortunately not how life works. Imagine you buy a video game, right? And this game, you love this game, but it's just so damn easy. You can easily get money without working for it. You can easily get whatever you want without doing much for it. Everything's automated. You just snap your fingers and there you have it, right? It's sort of like entering motherlode into the Sims games. You get money just like that. Yes, it makes gameplay a bit less tedious, but eventually you're just gonna get bored. Like playing Minecraft on creative. Of course you can go ahead and beat the game if you really want to, but I mean, a lot of us choose these challenges within the game for a reason. We want to test ourselves, we want to see what we can do, we want to do it our own way, and then we feel truly proud of ourselves when we reach that end, right? We defeat the Ender Dragon and we keep playing, we build our worlds. That's where the magic happens. Now here's the thing. Life is a very, very, very long video game. It's a video game that spans for years and years and years, and goddamn does it have a lot of difficult moments. I can think of games like Dark Souls, which can be compared to depression, right? These battles that we fight, they seem damn near impossible, and we will die a whole bunch of times. Same with playing Minecraft Hardcore for the first time. We're not really gonna make it, but we keep going until we beat that game, right? Until we beat Dark Souls, until we beat depression, until we beat what we can, what we're dealing with. And here's the thing, right? A lot of people think that depression is something that you overcome it and then it's gone forever, but that's not true. These are things that stick with us for a very, very long time, perhaps the rest of our lives. So, what we need to do is continuously keep it at bay. Of course, that sounds damn tiring, I get that. But eventually, the more you do something, the more you build positive habits and routines that'll help you get through every day, the easier it will get. It will become like second nature, like driving. You don't think about switching gears if you're used to stick shifts. Or if you're driving automatic, if you don't know how to drive yet, think of it as a bicycle or skateboarding or even playing video games. It becomes automatic. You don't actively have to think about what you're supposed to do, you just do it. Same goes for habits and routines in our lives. My therapist recently told me something that has slowly been changing my perspective on my life. He spoke about doing just 1% more every day. And if that means just getting out of bed, then that is my 1%. I've done way more than what's expected of me. Not that anyone's expecting anything of me, I just feel like they are. So let's say my 1% is doing one single push-up. Alright, I've done my push-up. There we have it, 1% more. I've done it. And maybe tomorrow, I can do 2 push-ups. Maybe I can do 1 push-up and take a shower. Right, how about something like that? We don't have to start small. We don't have to start with these little steps. We don't have to keep motivating ourselves. We just have to think about our 1%, doing something that we haven't done before. I remember when I was young and I was chin deep in depression. I saw a post on Tumblr where someone said, you know what, if you're 1%, well, they didn't say 1%, but if you haven't done this before, like if you're struggling just to sit up in bed, start by trying it. Start by just sitting up. That's it. That is one massive step forward. And it counts for something, right? And these tough days, they can be horrible. They can be debilitating. They can make us freeze in time. It feels as if the whole world is moving on without us and we're left behind. We're alone. We're isolated. Nobody cares. Nobody's coming to save us, right? Meanwhile, everyone's telling us to be happy and to smile and to be thankful for what we have. But why is it so difficult? Well, it's difficult because it's not our experience. Some person who sees rainbows and fairies and sunshine and flowers all day, every day, they can't possibly understand what it's like to deal with tough days, right? To deal with these types of tough days. So we have to understand that these motivational speeches that we hear online, these people who talk about how you can 100% be happy if you just buy all 5 of their books and the rest of their products. If you just follow what they do what they do, then you will be happy. You will get the girl, you will get the guy, you will get rich. No, that's not how it works. We're not clones. Thank God. What works for some motivational person, including myself, right? It's not gonna work for you. What I can say about tough days is just that. Try and do 1% more every day. And that doesn't mean that you do 1% one day and then 2% the next day. No, you just focus on the 1%, the small things, and that's how you build habits, right? You don't have to bother with all that nonsense of, oh yeah, do something for 30 days and then you'll forever do it. Nah, fuck that. That's not how it works. You can't follow someone else's schedule. You can't follow all the nonsense that people are trying to shove down your throat about how you should do things, and then you will be successful. Because then when we don't do it that way, if we struggle, then we feel like we're failing. Well, this guy with 5 million followers said that I should just do this and that, and if I follow his advice, if I follow his program, then it should be easy, right? So then you do it, but then what happens? It doesn't work for you because you don't live the life that he does. But you blame yourself for that. Instead of saying, well, I don't have what you have. I don't live the way you do. You instead blame yourself. Fuck, I can't do this. That means I'm a failure. That's how it feels like to wake up on tough days. You feel alone, right? People say, oh, but you're not alone. They're right, you're not alone. There are a lot of people out there in the world that feel exactly the same way you do. But when you're in that phase of feeling isolated, when you feel alone, that's exactly what it is. You're not alone, but you feel alone. That's what makes tough days so much more difficult. And why people tend to talk out their ass when they try to give you motivation or to give you tips or tricks on how to live your life and what to do, right? Me, I have autism and ADHD. I try to follow a bazillion schedules. I couldn't follow any of them. Not once. Maybe for a day, but then I'd be absolutely exhausted by the end of the day. It's just not worth it because it doesn't work for me. I don't work well with schedules. I don't do the whole wake up at 7 a.m., take a cold shower, go for a jog and nonsense. I sleep till 10 a.m., right? Likewise, all these people saying what exercises you have to do, what food you have to eat, this and that and blah blah blah. Listen, how about instead of living the life that someone else lives, live your own life the way you want to. Think of life as a sandbox, right? And you have the option to create your character, which is you. How would you do that? Are you seriously going to copy everyone else's character and do whatever they do in the game, or are you going to create your own character the way you want to, without giving a fuck what anyone else thinks about it, and then play the game the way that you want to? One sounds way more fun than the other, doesn't it? Because if you try to play the game the same way that everyone else is, you try to do what they do, then you are inevitably going to find places or spaces where you don't do it like they do, and you're gonna blame yourself. Shit, why can't I do it exactly like they did? Well, because they're different people. Maybe they got a different setup. They have a 350 GTX 2021 fucking video card, and you're sitting with a 1050 Ti. Like me. Maybe you're new to gaming. Maybe you just didn't think about it all this time. You're new to understanding what to do. And now you're listening to all these people telling you what to do, how to play the game. But is that really what you should be doing? Or should you just play? So, when it comes to tough days, you know what? Allow yourself to feel those emotions. Don't try to run from them, because those emotions are real. So if you think about escaping reality by doing something else, by escaping to a different world, or by using something, getting high off of something, you'll feel better, sure, but only for that little while, right? So it's fake happiness. It's not real. Human beings are meant to feel a whole variety of emotions and feelings. Tough days, easier days, it doesn't matter. So when we allow ourselves to feel those tough days, and when we allow ourselves to feel down and depressed, and we allow ourselves to stay in bed all day, that's the way that life should be lived. And we gotta stop comparing ourselves to other people, because we are not clones. I really do hope that these words mean something to someone out there. Even if it feels like I'm shit talking over here, like I'm talking out my ass, and as if nothing I'm saying relates to you, it doesn't matter, right? Someone out there will maybe find something in these words. Try it. Try that 1%. It's worth it. If you can do 1%, even if that means just sitting up in bed, that's enough. If you're struggling getting off sugar or whatever, eat one fucking vegetable. One piece of grape. That's it, 1%. That's how you do it, right? The golden rule to being successful in life is consistency, not hard work, not working yourself to death, not being a slave to your company. It literally just depends on consistency. It's like training. It's like practicing. That's what you have to do to get better. Alright, that is it. Tomorrow I'll spin the wheel for a new topic, and I hope that you will join. Please take care of yourself, because, of course, you matter in this world. You exist for a reason, and don't let anyone ever tell you otherwise.